going to do another reaction video.
Oh, yeah.
It's about unique pets that people's own. Are you guys ready? Come on, join me. So let's go.
People like to have pets that they can put in their bags. However, some like pets that easily overpower them.
What, the
Look
crocodile?
at a giant hippo, for example.
A giant hippo?
With a Danish
Oh my god, look at that.
feet.
Look at that
Here
tall
are
dog.
the 3 biggest pets
He's
ever
taller
captured.
than my dog
Before we show you,
Shaggy.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
Oh my god, that kangaroo is
Giant black throat monitor.
Oh, look how big.
Most people
Look
love
at
and
his
throw
stomach.
shoes just at the sight of an icky lizard. However, a few find them adorable, enough to even keep them at their homes as pets. However, these giant Godzilla-like creatures are
Godzilla?
expensive to keep as pets. They need the whole lighting setup of their own, a lot
Yo,
of food, and
that
a vast
gets
enclosure. So if you're a beginner
Get
and
this
want to
guy?
keep a pet, stick with a goldfish.
Goldfish? That's boring.
Giant African land snail.
What is that? Is that Gary
Kids
from
would always poke around
SpongeBob?
snails, slugs,
Is that
and other
Gary?
bugs. So you're going to love these. These snails are actually as big as your face and can reach a size of 8 inches. However,
Look at
don't
the
get too
legs.
These enormous creatures are illegal pets since they can feed on about 500 types of plants and destroy them. In addition, the bigger they are, the hungrier they get.
Okay.
Biggest rodent pet, capybara.
Capybara.
Rats,
The
mice, and other
capybara.
rodents are revolting to look at. They always dwell in places with disgusting environments. The capybaras are not like that. These might be rodents, but they look like giant stuffed toys. Because these creatures never have any natural predators, they are extremely friendly. They can hang out with almost any animal, no matter
Daddy,
what the
can we
species
get
is.
this as a
This particular one loves to chill in the
capybara?
pool with its mother and loves to be smothered in love.
Capybara. Capybara.
Monster-sized goldfish.
Monster-sized goldfish.
When it comes to getting a pet, parents always get their kids a goldfish or something of that sort.
Monster
They're easy to
fish.
take care of, and
That's
it's
a
not too much
monster
effort.
fish.
Well, that's what you thought.
That was a
These
monster
fin friends can
fish.
grow up to about 7 to 16 inches long and weigh 5 pounds in the wild. That's not all. These fish are really bad for the environment, as well as they worsen the quality of water and destroy
That
plants.
was a giant monster. That was a monster-sized fish.
Man-sized.
Is that a wolf? Why did he got that as
Dogs are
a
adorable
pet?
and lovely pets to play with. However,
Yeah.
once you realize how big Canadian wolves can get,
Oh my god!
they
That
occupy
is
about
so
90% of Canada.
big.
At least they're friends, even though we haven't been able to completely domesticate them. This guy over here actually looks like he's the wolf's pet. Medusa, the huge pet snake.
Snake! Ah!
Snakes are meant to be kept in the wild where they can crush and eat any prey they like. But this pet owner decided that this beautiful reptile would become her companion for life. But the truth is, no matter how much you try to domesticate snakes, they will always be the king of the food chain.
Yeah.
So there's always a chance they would try and eat their owners.
Yeah.
Jabba, the giant Flemish rabbit.
Oh, look at that robot.
Puppies are cute, but have you ever seen a rabbit hat come to their owner when they call them? This is Jabba, the giant Flemish rabbit.
How
Their
big
owner
that
managed to train her
rabbit is.
quite well.
Why is
These
it eye
animals
like
make
that?
very
Oh
good
my
pets,
god, it looks so
even if their size
cute.
looks intimidating. They're
It's so
also
cute.
very friendly and get along quite well with kids too. Let's be honest, who wouldn't have a fluff ball in their laps on a relaxing afternoon?
It's so cute.
Giant pet centipede. Keeping myriapods as pets isn't
how
always
big
the
that
first option for every
centipede
pet owner,
is.
but that won't stop this young man from getting all cuddly with his multiple-legged friend.
No!
Pets aren't the type to be
There's
touched or
a
stroked.
movie called
More for just
Centipede,
enjoying visually.
and it's so
Your
disgusting.
room with some funky lighting. And in the
say
unfortunate case that they bite you, it can get pretty bad because giant centipedes are venomous after all. In
No, they're
fact, one
venomous.
bite can use swelling, pain, and even fever.
Yeah.
So these pets are definitely for daredevils.
Yeah, why is my face like that?
Huge stick insect. If you thought a chameleon was the one that you could lose easily, you'd be
Ah.
wrong. That's because it's definitely this giant stick bug.
What is
These
this
insects look so
stick
much
bug?
like
It
an
looks
actual
so
stick that you
real.
might
It looks
forget
like a
it's real living
stick.
thing. They love to be handled and sit on their owner's hand. Moreover, you only need to clean their enclosures about once a week.
I want to
Make
get
sure to
this
keep them
pet.
away from any snakes, birds, or rats, because they would gobble this poor creature up in no time.
So funny.
Huge rhino beetle.
We're trying to beat them.
Hey, it's a bud. Hey, it's a
Go up to the size of a hamster. Meet the
think
largest
it'd be
beetle
a
in the world,
hamster
the
or a
rhinoceros
mouse.
beetle that has a little horn on the
Can it beat
front.
up a mouse?
These bugs can
I
grow
think
up
it
to
can.
about 6 inches.
Oh my god, that's huge!
Tiny little horns and claws will happily sit on your hand. Don't get too attached to them though. They can only live for about 3 to 6 months. 6-foot pet croc.
Oh god. What the?
You don't need a huge mansion or a customized pool to have a 6-foot croc as a pet. And this family has shown us how. In a small pool of water, this Indonesian family managed to keep their crocodile, Kojak, alive and happy for about 20 years.
Why is he so
Family sometimes
big?
plays ball games beside his channel,
Why
where
is he
he
so
spends most of his
chubby?
time. And the whole time the crocodile has been with them. Giant hermit crab.
What hermit crab is that? Like, what's a hermit crab?
Sometimes you can't really tell how big something is on a screen. It could easily
Oh
be
my god!
Here's a normal-sized hermit crab. On
Oh,
top
that's
of
a normal sized hermit crab.
It's not
Daddy.
even a quarter of its size.
It's a normal size.
These pinching creatures aren't really aggressive. They're mostly passive and don't care about
Daddy,
much
who's
as
going
long
to
as
win,
they're
a
being
hermit
fed.
crab
However,
or
if you hold them
original
wrong, they will
crab?
grab onto your skin and pinch a little.
Mr. Krabs.
Giant
He's
toad.
not even real. Money.
Giant cane toads are marine toads like grumpy old witches, but they're not all that
Mommy.
bad. That is, if you're immune to the toxins they produce. Admittedly, they're not the best
frog.
pets, but some people do go out of their way to
Don't
keep them
touch
as one.
that.
Not only
like
are they
frogs.
hideous to look at,
Oh, do you like
but they can
frogs?
also grow up to 9 inches, making them all the scarier. Huge grizzly.
Is that Freddy Fazbear? Is that Freddy
He's always been taught to
Fazbear?
stay away from bears or play dead if they're around. But did
Is
you
that
know
Freddy
that they're
Fazbear?
incredibly good pets? They're practically huge dogs who love rubs. This one right here is named Jim, and all he wants is his human to keep rubbing him all day. Most bears who live in captivity are
Yo,
very friendly to
I
humans
want
and
that
probably
bear
can't survive in the
as a pet.
wild. So this home is actually perfect for him.
I want to get a pet. Oh, Freddy Fazbear! It's Freddy Fazbear!
Giant leaf bug.
What leaf bug is that?
Pair of them, they can live up to 3 years. This doesn't mean you can just put them in a jar with some soil and branches and call it a day.
What
All
do they
pets need
eat?
proper homes.
Leaves also.
Giant
They eat their own. Is that Mothra? Is that Godzilla's
We all know how
girlfriend?
mesmerizing butterflies
That's
are.
Godzilla's
But when there's
girlfriend.
a
I want to get this. I want to get this
Moth
big
here is among
butterfly.
the biggest insects on the planet.
I
But they
want to
make
bring it over
very
to
poor
my
pets.
toy Godzilla.
Not because they're aggressive or anything, but they only live for 7 days.
7 days.
Cocoon. They use almost all their energy as a caterpillar, and once they
Okay.
grow wings, they don't even eat once. Talk about a strict diet.
Don't eat once. They don't eat once.
Giant tortoise.
That's a giant tortoise.
The tortoise might have lost the race, but it's definitely won the game of life. This is a giant
do like
Galapagos tortoise and can
I
live
do
up to
like turtles and
117
turtles because
years. You might want
they
to
look
get an
the same
animal as
thing
friendly as
because
this
they're
one.
like
But the
turtles.
truth is, these poor
They
creatures are
look like
highly
turtles.
endangered.
Oh my god, I want to
Very
adopt
expensive to take
one.
care of, and if you have enough funds to take care of an animal for 2 centuries,
Can I
then go
adopt
ahead.
one, Dad?
Giant pet
Baby.
hippo.
Mommy, do you like hippos?
Some families
I
don't
love
even
one.
let their dogs
I
in the
love
house.
one.
But this South African family is happy to let in this giant hippo. Many people told the
I eat
family
so
to be aware
many.
of his
I eat
wild
so
animal
many as
tendencies,
well.
but they never listened. Finally, the mother explained that they have a special relationship. But soon,
Okay.
tragedy struck. More like the hippo struck, because the pair were found dead after their pet had bitten them to death. Some animals are best kept away from your house.
Okay.
Super fat raccoon pet. Raccoons are a menace to society with their skilled theft skills. But what happens to one that lives with a human? That means unlimited food. Unfortunately, this little trash panda doesn't know when to stop, and that's why it blew up to this size. It can't even get out of this little house.
He's too big for it.
Huge scorpion pet.
Is that Larry the
Time of
lobster?
pets, but they get you off your ear with their annoying meows. Granted, they might actually bite them. They look super hardcore and are also quite low maintenance. You might
Oh,
think they're dangerous, but
they're
most
biting
species
him.
aren't really harmful. All they need are freshly fed cricket, mealworms, and waxworms to be happy. And one more rule, never, ever hold them. Even if you must, use a long pair of foam-tipped forceps. Giant skunk pets.
Skunk pets? What's skunk? What's a skunk?
If you think about it, skunks are pretty cute when you ignore their awfully
You
punky
have a
smell.
stinky
That's
smell.
actually what Jim and Kim Pockran did here. They got their skunk spraying glands removed so they could keep them as pets. To them, they're basically cats, and they even eat a special kind of cat food.
Oh?
Looks like they eat
Cat
way
food?
too much of
They're
it,
cats?
judging by their huge size. Gigantic pig.
That's me!
Nah.
If you've seen Spirited Away, then you know how big pigs can get. But just look at the size of this. Lulu here was a gift to his dad, who was thought to be a micro pig at first. But then, the pig kept growing and growing and reached up to 600 pounds. Most teacup pigs only grow up to 65 pounds, but even those can cost you thousands of dollars.
Look how big that pig is.
Giant hedgehog.
Hey, that's Sonic. That's Sonic.
There's nothing cuter than a tiny little spiky hedgehog all rolled up into one ball. But the European hedgehogs can grow up to the size of a football. But of course, their size doesn't stop them from being super cute too. Weirdly enough, they love belly rubs and cuddles. However, when they're
Can
young,
we
they
get
will
the-
definitely
I wanna
bite
get
you,
a
so
pet,
be gentle.
Hedgehog, and then I'll name it
Honey bear
Sonic.
pet. Pooh isn't the only one that had a sweet tooth for honey. Meet the honey bear, Chloe. They're also called kinkajou, and you might even think they're real at first sight. They look like a dog in a bear costume.
Daddy, how do
Although
you
they're related to raccoons.
call
These small pets might
hedgehog?
look cute, but they're absolutely
Hedgehog.
the worst pets. They will scratch, bite, and kick their owners for no reason. Giant polar bear. A pet polar bear only seems possible in cartoons, but this
How?
man is living his dream with his giant fluffy pet.
Yeah.
Both of them love to take swims together in his huge swimming pool. The polar bear is also unusually friendly with his owner, accepting belly rubs and physically affectionate.
Belly rub.
Even though buying a polar bear costs about $15,000,
What?
has managed to do it. Super buff kangaroo.
What? Look at both that kangaroo. How do you find a
Australia
kangaroo?
has enough kangaroos,
I
and
want
this
to find
man
a
wanted
kangaroo.
one of his own.
How do you find it?
Not just anyone, too. He wanted one that was built like a superhero.
You need to shake
Most
your
kangaroos
hand.
are pretty, but almost 50% of their weight is purely muscles.
You need to shake a
In addition,
hand, then
they need to
now,
hop around a
if
lot,
you're ready
so it
for
makes it
battle, then
look
I'll...
like an overdose in a cookie cutter. Giant cow. You might have seen knickers all
That's
over
even
the
bigger
news.
than
After
original
all, he's
cow.
a very special cow. This monstrous steer went viral when a picture of him standing near regular old cows was posted online. It weighs almost 1.5 tons. You might think his meat wouldn't be quite expensive, but thanks to his fame, Knickers managed to get away from the slaughterhouse. Pet penguin. Penguins might be the most exotic animals known to man. That doesn't mean they're exactly illegal to own. Back in the 90s, a penguin named Lala got attached to a family so much that it refused to leave them. This penguin would even go around town to buy his own fish with a little Pingu backpack on. How adorable! Jumbo koi fish.
Jumbo koi fish.
Koi fish are some of the most elegant centerpieces a house can have. Unfortunately,
Daddy, have you
pets
called
can be quite
turtles?
difficult if you don't have the right equipment and materials.
Huh?
Jumbo with perfect patches
I
cost
said
up to
not like that.
$3,000. So you can imagine
How is
valuable
it?
these are.
Mom, Mommy, how do you call turtles?
giant feathery
We buy
chicken.
a pizza.
That's just.
At first
That is
glance,
not
these
real,
feathered
Dad.
chickens
It's
don't
not
look too
real.
different. But once it gets
They're
out,
not Ninja
that's when you realize
Turtles.
how big it actually is.
Look how big that
Three
chicken
Foot High
boy
Couple has
is.
shaken the internet with
His
just
feet
one
are
video.
so big.
And still, no one had any idea what this breed was. The 17-pound monster is a
Oh my God,
that was
it's
imported from China. Now this
It's
would make
bigger than
a good
original
Zinger
chicken.
sandwich.
ah! Stop fighting.
Andean
Condor bird.
What is that bird?
man of 10 feet. Anyone would be
They're
intimidated by
going
this bird.
to
However,
eat it.
James has been friends with the giant Andean condor bird, Rosie, for 3 years. This species is the largest of its kind among the birds
What?
of prey in the whole world.
What
And
is
he's
so
generous enough to
big?
show everyone his winged friend too.
Yo, it's so big.
Great Dane. Golden retrievers and pit bulls can get pretty big, but you should know that Great Danes are called great for a reason.
I gotta go there. Where's
Kids
it?
have all sorts of weird interests, but this 9-year-old Shelby takes the cake here. She has a special interest in cockroaches, and she has so many that she needs to keep some of them in her bedroom,
Mom,
her brother's bedroom,
this
and the
girl's-
laundry room too.
She
The
has
worst part
pet
is they're huge and
cockroaches.
super gross.
I like the huge lizard because you call him Godzilla. I'm a big fan of Godzilla though because you call him Godzilla.
Do you want to have a unique pet?
Yeah, and also my other favorite one is the turtle because I wanted to call him Bowser, the enemy from Mario. I'm a big fan of turtles.
Okay.
I hope someday I'll get a unique pet like that turtle. But I guess that's it, guys. See you next time. Bye.